Pardue here at the conclusion of the IFPA Gaspari Nutrition Pro, and I'm here with Nsubuga in front of the core nutritionals booth here. Chris, you came in second overall today at this show, a crazy lineup. How did you feel coming into the show, and also how did you feel about the competition today?
Sorry, my bad. Do you want me to turn it? This has been a very, very good, amazing show. Absolutely, the quality, the lineup of all the pros has been absolutely amazing. The heavyweight lineup, unreal. We had the 2012 Yorton Cat world champion Russell representing Chad. Absolutely phenomenal. The lineup has been.
Like I said, that's a good indicator of how tough the Yorton's going to be for this show to be as tough as it is. How do you feel going into the Yorton after seeing the competition today and some of the same people that are going to be at the Yorton?
Oh my God! All I could say, the Yorton is going to produce, the best. I would say the best elite heavyweight bodybuilders out there, because I know everyone is going to come and shout. Speaking to most of the guys, Russell, you go Chad, all the guys that got placed. Most of the guys were. They couldn't wait. They're like, oh yeah, I'm coming in. Everyone is going to be coming in. Everyone is coming in hard. And you know what? Well, I would say I'm going to step it up too. You have to step it out. Everyone steps out. You step out, and I'm going to step out on the plate still. So, that's what is going to make it very interesting. And I can't wait. 2 weeks away. I'm going to take my body to places that it's never been before in my prep. So Russell, watch out. Last year's 2012 champion, I'm coming for you, for the Yorton.
You heard it here. With that, you had a taller bodybuilder compared to a lot of people. And a lot of people say, tall bodybuilders have more trouble gaining size, have more trouble winning shows. Obviously, it hasn't affected you any. Can you say kind of things that you go about in your training to make sure that you're still adding size, even though you're a taller guy?
Well, one thing you got to remember as a bodybuilder is that, to get where you are on the day does not only happen under the period of 6 weeks or 7 weeks or 12 months. This is something that builds on with time. It hasn't been easy for me to build up my physique the way it is where it is now. It's come down through hard work, putting in heavy sessions, whether it's to do leg sessions, thinking about squats, good or heavy deadlifts, when it comes out to your back. So all in all, it all comes down to your nutrition is very important. You have to be consistent with your nutrition when you're prepping up. Of course, everyone likes to treat, having a treat. Treat themselves with, some goodies. Yes, no bad. Obviously, it does help with your metabolism, as everyone says. Going back to your question of me being tall and having to maintain the size, nutrition is the key, and understanding how it all works. For example, you go, core nutritionals, most of the products do assist in the prep. Products like Core ABC, absolutely enormous and amazing products. So that's why I would say that also contributes to that.
So really we can wrap it up to say being tall is nowhere near a good enough excuse not to be a successful bodybuilder at all. On top of, being tall is one thing, but you live in an entire different area of the world. You live obviously in the UK. Can you talk to us a little bit how you're able to balance keeping your family, you have kids and a wife, being able to balance that with the traveling to these shows and your prep and everything else?
one thing I'll say is in all that is that God makes it all happen. You know, once you got that belief, you have to have some kind of belief in how you're going to work things. So we have got my family, my wife, my kids. I love them to bits. My wife is very helpful, and the agreement has to be there. So it all comes down to my wife. If my wife approves, yes, my husband, I'm happy for you to go ahead and go compete and do your thing. And that's a grace of God, because I'm not on my own always. You know, she's part of me, so I can't make decisions as big as that, traveling away from the family on my own. So my wife always plays a big part. Without my wife's permission, I can't do it. And obviously my success to where it is because of my wife. My wife has always been very helpful in the prepping out of my food. Oh my God, I can't thank my wife Claire, and Joshua and Lily. I love you guys. I love you quite a lot. That helps out quite a lot. You know, you come back from the gym and you find, you know, she's prepared your food. You know, your potatoes are ready. You know, your chicken is ready. Your vegetables are ready. Oh my God! So that reduces the stress. You know, so all you've got, you're more relaxed. So having a relaxed family has helped me to be where I am, because without a successful, happy wife, or without a happy home, you will never see a happy man. You know, with a happy wife, you always see a happy husband, and that's why, you know, without a good wife, you know, Claire, I love you, you know, from the bottom of my heart, and thanks to God for being part of us.
It's nice. With you, obviously you've done really well in the IFPA this year, placed really well in several shows. I know in 2007 you competed in a PNBA show in Greece. I think you placed second, got a silver medal. Do you have any plans to compete in that organization later on, or do you want to stick with the IFPA, or kind of what are your thoughts on some of the other organizations?
It's been a long time. You know, I've been with the. I haven't been competed with the you said PNBA. When we competed in Greece with the likes of Ricardo, oh my God, that was absolutely amazing. You know, competing with Ricardo was one of the biggest. I didn't know him being quite big as he is now, Ricardo, Phil Ricardo. One of the elite bodybuilders in the IFPA and around the world. PNBA, I don't know, I know they're out there, but this year has been about me compete with IFPA. I love the IFPA. It's got quite a lot of, you know, top-notch, professional, elite bodybuilders, natural bodybuilders, whether it's in the lightweight, heavyweight, middleweight, everyone is top-notch. And when you are at the backstage, you know, everyone is always the buzz between each other, you know. Everyone is giving off good feel factors, you know. It's all about the good feel factors, you know, you get from the likes of Moji, you know, you get Marsha Johnson, you know, the list goes on, you know, when you talk about the child as well, you know, the list just escalates farther and farther. So these guys bring the positivity, the energy. You talk about your approaches, each other's approach, how things have been going, and you find out you all got that sort of spirit link in within each other. And even when you compete, when you're getting ready away from the competition, and you think about, oh, this is what Marsha said. And you think about, oh yeah, he's always, you know, driving through, and you think, oh no, I've got to drive through. So you know, the positivity around there within the IFPA is great, and that's what I'm happy to be around the IFPA, which is a very big organization, and the competition is really good. Who knows? With the PNBA, I have no idea, you know. No idea at all whether I'll be able to compete with them in the next few years, maybe next year. But at the moment, it's where things are happening, and I don't know things are happening with the IFPA. You know, we're trying to shut it out. Not any other pro at the moment I could think of any pro federation that has got the biggest competitive pro within it.
It's definitely, I can tell from the shows that I've covered, the OCB and the IFPA, it's just like a really big family, like you said. You see a lot of the same people at some of the same shows, and they really have that connection. Well, in front of the Core Nutritionals booth, obviously, you're a Core sponsored athlete. I would be amiss if I didn't ask you to maybe talk a little bit about Core, how they've been able to help you, and things like that, along with your prep, and then even during the off season.
Yes, you know, thanks to Core Nutritionals, we ran a shout out. How they got to sponsor me this year, being one of the UK sponsored athletes. It was a big thing to me for someone from a USA supplement company, literally sponsoring a UK athlete. For me, it's a big thing because someone who didn't know me from anywhere, from anywhere, you know, coming up and saying, right, Chris, through an email. I was like a little kid when I saw that email came through saying, oh, Chris, you've been sponsored. I was like, oh my God, what's going on? You know, my wife wasn't there. All I had was my little kids. My little kids were like, what's going on? More or less they were shocked because the shock of having to be sponsored after waiting over 8 years plus as a pro bodybuilder, and then you get one sponsor from USA believing in you, believing that you can become someone who's help you to achieve, you know, much more potential wise, is unbelievable. So in that respect, you know, a big out to, you know, Doug Miller. Thank you so much. The Core Nutritional team, Cal. You know, we've got Cal. Carl is not around, but you know, this is behind the booth. He was behind there. Guys, I do got utmost respect, and please keep out doing the hard work with all those products, because they do work. Core nutritional products. I've spoken to a few pros behind backstage, and everyone, and a few of them, they sing Core, and they do. I've got utmost respect for Core nutritional supplement. What Doug Miller has done for me, it's beyond my explanation for you listeners out there to understand sincerely what Core means to me, nutritionals. The support through obviously shipping all the supplements in time for me to be able to prepare for the shows, you know, supplements especially that I use for my prepping out, you know, during the diet, the Core Band, you know, Core Fury, Core ABC, which I can do with that, and no longer drink water. Core ABC is always mixed through the day. That's why you see all this immense recovery for me to be able to train hard as I've been doing. And you did touch about the question of how do you maintain the size. I believe Core ABC helps me to do that, because my recovery, since I started taking much of those of the Core ABC aminos, it has been very immense. Lifting very heavy weights. I'm not advocating for everyone, if you haven't got the background, to go ahead and start lifting big heavy weights. It's been gradual. You know, the gradual feel and lifting of the big weights has always been gradual all throughout the years, but this year has been different. There is something special about this year, and Core Nutrition is part of it, undoubtedly part of it. And I took this from the bottom of the heart, you know. Core Nutritionals, respect.
Well, I can say just from meeting you today, you obviously represent the company really, really well. Great. If you haven't met this guy, and especially if you haven't met him in person, video doesn't do you justice at all. Way bigger in person, a lot more leaner than our videos even show. But your personality is just as good, and it's been great meeting you, man. And good luck at the Yorton, too.
I will be there.
Chris Nsubuga.